When We Rise, that's the name of an ABC miniseries premiering tonight on the personal and political struggles of the LGBT community. Think about it. 20 years ago, would you have predicted same-sex marriage would be the law of the land? Times and attitudes have changed, but that's not to say there are plenty of challenges still out there, and Kate Flexter joins us with more. Kate.
Thanks, Alan. Tonight we're hearing from three different people from three different generations with one thing in common: to see how things have changed for the LGBT community in the last 50 years.
My name is Adrienne Morello.
My name is Shakira Rifos.
My name is Ken Sheelan.
I'm 17.
I am 33 years old.
And I'm 77 years old.
And I am transgender.
And I am a lesbian.
And I'm gay.
As a young man, Ken Sheelan knew he was gay.
I thought I was going through a phase. I thought it was something I would grow out of.
But like many, he hid in plain sight, marrying a woman and becoming a father of 3.
I thought it was bad. I thought it was wrong. I thought I had done something I shouldn't have done.
At that point, he decided to come out to his wife and family. He says it was part of a larger national coming out movement that began in the 1960s and was largely inspired by the African-American civil rights movement.
You had to come out for people to see you. You had to tell them you were.
Today, Sheelan says there's still a legacy of bias, but he marvels at all that's changed in the last 60 years. He recently married his partner, and all 3 of his children showed up wearing these rainbow wristbands, something he never thought would be possible.
It's as though an enormous weight has been lifted off my shoulders because it's no big deal anymore.
For Shakira Rifos, several years younger,
when I had my first girlfriend, it was like just an overwhelming sense of like just my world flipping completely upside down.
Her experience was very different. She came out to her family at age 16 and says they were relatively accepting.
I never had like the burden of feeling there were going to be consequences to my sexual behavior.
It's something she attributes to the mainstream media, who were beginning to normalize the LGBT community.
You know, Will and Grace and eventually Logo was a part of that equation.
For 17-year-old Adrienne Morello, several years younger still,
I knew something was up when I was a kid.
the understanding that he was transgender came even earlier.
I came to a realization one day that I'm a boy, and that's the way it's always been.
Fact is, I believe that I'm a woman.
The transgender movement only recently worked its way into the mainstream media, from shows like Orange is the New Black to Keeping Up with the Kardashians. We've even seen transgender women featured on the covers of magazines. Morello says each article, movie, and image gave him the strength to come out.
It's very comforting to know that there's many people out there that support me, even celebrities and people just out there.
Many call the transgender movement the new frontier for LGBT rights.
Save our schools!
The fight taking center stage in Washington as transgender supporters demand the right to use the bathroom of the gender with which they identify at public schools, a request facing stiff resistance in Washington. But it's something Morello finds strength in, paving the way for future generations of the LGBT community.
In the future, I'll look back and say, wow, I lived through that. That was fantastic that happened.
When We Rise airs tonight at 9 p.m.
Kate, thank you.